cloning the repository on Matrix, let's add a shell script file to simplify add, commit, and push. Because on the command line, we need to run three separate commands to do what tortoise git does in one sequence. Let's add a shell script to our account and short call to perform all three steps in one command. Now, to do this, first, it's a good idea to first uh, create a directory for future if you want to add more files for commands and commands and scripts and things like that. Have a directory to for those. That's my command. So we're going to create a directory called mycmd in root of our um, matrix account to provide just that. So I'm just going to copy that and I'm going to just create make directory my command. And as you see, I have the project, the workshop open, so I can just copy and paste everything. Then I have to create a file called push all to do all the three steps in here. So I'm going to run that command too. Copy, I paste it. So it opens up a text editor with the file. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the content of the file right over here as you see. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to explain exactly what it's going to do. And so essentially what it does, if because you have to always add a comment to a commit, this shell script requires you to add one argument to the uh, command that you are actually executing, and it checks if the number of argument is not one, then it's going to show you an error message saying that hey, you have to add the comment to it. But if you supply the comment first, it's going to add all the files in the repository based on .git ignore that you have. So it's not going to add everything. It's going to add what is necessary. Then it's going to commit everything using the command that you and using the comment you provided to this script. Then it's going to push them all up to GitHub. So all three things that will happen at the same time. Then you do Control X and you press Y to get out, and that creates the file for you. Now you have to make that file an executable. So we do a chmod 700 to make the file executable. And now what we need to do is to create a shortcut so this push all is available from everywhere. So I'm going to open up the .bash profile and edit it. So that's .bash profile. I'm going to come to the end of the file. Ignore what I have over there. I have lots of stuff over there that you don't need to care about. Come to the end of the .bash profile and add um, add the following path extension to your path. This export, what it does, it says that uh, add the directory of my commands to the path. So essentially, when you're actually saying push all, it's going to be executed from that directory. And then you do Control X and you get out. Control X and you get out. Now to actually apply this changes, because to apply this you have to log off and log back in, not to log off and log back in, run the source command, and that's going to apply the changes. And obviously it's going to do the passphrase thingy that we had for that one again. So I'm going to add the passphrase. Now it's added, and now just to check and see if everything's okay or not, I'm just going to say push all. And as you see, it says usage is to add the command, and it's actually doing it that way. Okay, so so the push all is actually running and everything is good. Now that this is done, we can actually start doing our cloning in a simple way like we have done with tortoise git. So the very first thing we need to do is to create a directory and be organized exactly like we are on our computer. So in here, I'm going to make directory, and I'm going to call it semester one, like for example. Then I'm going to say, oh, sorry, semester two. So remove semester one. So I'm going to say make directory semester two because it's OP244 or whatever you have. It doesn't matter, whatever subject you're in. Then I'm going to cd to that directory. Now I'm going to clone the repository from uh, GitHub here. And how do we do that? We are going to go to our repository on GitHub, exactly like we have done for Tortoise Git. Click on code, click on SSH. Oh, this is not the same directory, sorry, same repository. Let me go to the other one. Sorry, that was the wrong one. So this is the right one. So I'm going to do exactly what I have done with Tortoise Git, which is coming over here, SSH, and copy it. Now that it's copied, I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to say git clone and right click and put the git repository over there. So what happens is that it's going to negotiate exactly with the same SSH key and clone everything over here. Now if I look at the repository, OOP244 is created, cd OOP244. And as you see, I have the README and a sandbox. So let's say now I want to add my section to README. So I'm going to say nano README and add my section over here, say OP244 NXX, whatever it is. Control X, get out and save. Now that I have done this, I want to add my changes, commit with a command and push it up. I wrote the script for it already, so I'm going to say push all. And in here, I'm going to say added, put double quote, added section to the README file and hit enter. So what happens is that it's going to add everything and push everything up to the repository. Now, if I actually go to the repository and take a look at it and refresh, you will see that it is added over here, an added section to the README file. And um, uh, everything else is exactly the same. Now, the only thing you have to remember that is extremely important, this is the process that I have done when I cloned. Remember, when you have already cloned and you are halfway through your development in your schoolwork and everything, before you start working on any repository, it should be a pull. You have to immediately do a pull to make sure all the changes coming in. For example, if you don't do that, then you're gonna have conflicts, and it's gonna be a little difficult to. You need to be more advanced to actually fix conflicts. You have to read the 2 chapters of Gitbook Pro to see how the conflicts are fixed. But if you always pull before you start your work, then you always have the updated material. Let's say I change it over here, and let's say over here I'm gonna put 987, and I commit the changes. Now that it's committed, if I come over here and see what I have in README file, you will see that it is not changed. If I now start editing README file and I will try to push it, because it is already changed up there, it's the Git's going to tell you, hey, what you're trying to push over there is changed. I cannot actually do it. So before you start working, you always pull. So you go to the repository and you say git pull. That brings all the changes in, and now if I actually look at the file, you will see that the value is changed. So remember, at any moment, now if I want to go to my computer and work on the same repository, so say I'm on this computer and I want to start working on my project. So I'll go to Seneca, I'll go to semester 2, OOP244. Before I do anything, I'll do a pull. So I'll go into sync, and in sync I'm going to say pull, and this pull is going to bring all the changes in, and I can actually see what the changes were. So you can actually come over here and see what happened in each of them. If you just double click over, see add section to the README file, if you just double click on that, It's not doing it over here. It doesn't matter. It should be in log. Hmm. Okay, it didn't open. Doesn't matter. Okay, so now that we have done this, now I can actually start working on it. If I actually come over here and take a look at README file over here, we will see that README file has 987. And if you want to see what changes were made, it's very simple. You can right click on the repository, go to Tortoise Git, and select show log. Log will show you exactly what happened where. So it's going to tell you that uh, uh, at this moment, uh, it was modified and the modification. So when you actually double click on it, it's going to show you a diff and it's going to tell you it was 123. Now it's 987. So you can actually see exactly what the changes are. And that's the entire thing about Git and repositories. Thank you very much and have a beautiful day.